Hello everybody, my name is Romero Jr. and I'm your host. One of the issues that is frequently mentioned in higher education is the use of technology. And although there is a place for that and has always been a place for that, sometimes we don't fully understand what are the implications of the use of some technologies. Recently, a marketing research company called Student Monitor, did a study that showed that among the students, they actually prefer use the traditional books instead of using the electronic books. That was a surprise for many people because you think that newer generations are more adept to the use of electronic platforms, but still, they seem to prefer the normal books. There is also an increasing, I would say, discomfort with the possibility that the massive open online courses will have any place in academia. And most people think that that's not a solution to some of the problems. In fact, a study carried out by the Babson Survey Research Group showed that the support for these MOOCs, massive open online courses, is actually decreasing. What is the problem? Is that the more we use this type of platforms, the higher levels of dropouts we see. There is also a major demand for time and effort among the students. Some of them lack the digital literacy for that, and also create sometimes what they call a chaotic learning environment. In fact, they say that some studies that the students who gain access to a home computer show a persistent decline in reading and math scores. Certainly, this is something that affects the weaker students, who are the ones who are supposed to be aided the most by this type of technology. And we see this kind of a decrease in the reading scores. Not long ago, I remember attending a class at the law school at the University of Chicago, and I saw that although the professor was trying to be very engaging with the students, all of them were using laptops mostly for not taking notes, but rather to play games or to surf the internet. So one wonders if this type of technology sometimes is a distraction more than a support. In fact, not long ago there was this initiative called One Laptop Per Child that was supposed to provide laptops to everybody in the developing world, to kids between 5th and 8th grade. And there was a study that showed that essentially those kids spend more time playing games than actually using the computer for the homework. Although I think there is a great possibility for technology to play simulations, to deliver content of information, there are two reasons that we need to think why there is such a push for this type of technology in higher education. One is it's supposed to reduce cost, and the other thing is this impression that most professors, all what they do is to recite in the classroom what is already in the textbook. Yet, all the studies show that there is no substitute in terms of quality for a face-to-face contact, and even hybrid courses, that is where you combine the delivery of content in online with a contact with the professor, show that better results when it comes to the online courses as a whole. We need therefore to measure the consequences of using these technologies before the implementation of these novelties. Also, professors need to be aware that they cannot approach the classroom as they were talking books. They need to be more engaging and providing students with a better hands-on experiences in the classroom, because that is what really is going to make a difference. That I know that means a high cost of education, but as they say, if you think that education is expensive, try ignorance. Next, I will be talking about public opinion and higher education, what people think about the job that we do in colleges and universities. So stay tuned.